Okay, what's up, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? So, today, I'm doing something a little different. I've not done this before. I'm doing the Steam Next Fest, and we got a bunch of games and demos to play. This game is called Wrong Treatment. This is a horror game, apparently. But don't worry, not all the games that I found are horror games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to either beat them because, they're just demos, or I'm going to give them about 30 minutes and then we'll move on to the next one. Looks really fun. Yeah, I love staring at a screen. We'll see how fun it is though. It looks like those like usual low poly games, low poly horror. So we'll see how good it is.
Do it or you're fired.
What was I doing? I needed to fix something. Well, I guess it wasn't that important. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? You're definitely gonna have a nightmare. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't see this being that scary. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Hold on. I need to check and see why my lip syncing is so terrible. Slacker is just not doing good lip syncing for some reason.
What in
Okay,
the
how about
fuck
that?
knuckles is
That's
this?
a little bit better. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're a slow walker. Hey, what's up, Tia? Ever played Doom 2016? Probably. I don't remember. Hey, Luna. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I don't remember if I've ever played that. I've played a lot of Dooms. I don't know exactly which ones I've played. Looks like a classic indie horror. Yeah, it does. Can't climb the slide. It almost looks like Gary's mod, though. Alright. TV does nothing. Okay, guess I'm not supposed to be here. Am I supposed to explore the desert? If I remember my name. You're on holiday. Oh, you're lucky. Okay, can't go any further. Hi, Luna. How are you? Okay, can't go that way. So it's definitely in here. Slides do nothing. Okay, the Q is the interact button. No, it's not. Q brings up that. C to crouch, okay. Or control to crouch. Meaning there's going to be a crouch system in play. What else am I supposed to do, game? There we go, okay. I'm supposed to explore, not be a dummy. You're okay just chilling? Awesome. Glad to hear that. What you been up to today? You have a good what's today? Wednesday? You have a good Wednesday? You enjoying your holiday so far, Tia? Do you hear the sounds, Toji? Alright, I'm coming. I'm just checking out my apartment. Sheesh. I have to find the key. Where's the key? Buddy, I have to find the key to unlock the door from the inside. Stop ringing the doorbell. I can't open this door. I don't feel like going to the bathroom. Okay. You're not cooperating with me here, pal. My god, this person's impatient. Hey, thank you for the follow. Uh, is that Tina? Pretty gosh dang loud. The sound? Wait, the game or the sound that you just did? Oh, there's the key. I'm just freaking blind. It's Tinka backwards. Oh, okay, I didn't see the thing. Dude, who is... I don't like going to this part of the house. Oh, I see. We're gonna beat a motherfucker. Who is ringing my doorbell at this time? I'm going to kick your ass, son. I can't open the door. Is there nobody here? They made me come all the way here for nothing. Do I have a flashlight? It doesn't seem like it. I learned that in noise. Who goes there? I have a shovel. I'm not afraid to wildly swing it. It sounds like a sword for some reason. Who are you? What? What are you doing in my house? Die, you son of a bitch. Why? What's wrong with you? What happened? It's okay, guys. Don't worry. I covered him in strawberry jelly. That's what that is. I used my shovel and I slathered him in strawberry jelly. He's so happy.
¿Qué está pasando? Nada, no pasa nada.
¿Qué está pasando? You fucking old man. Now I have to deal with this dead body. No, Tia. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Every time you see something scary or suspensefully, hide your screen. Don't worry, I don't think this is gonna be that kind of a scary game. I have to see where to throw it away. So this dude broke into my house. Holy cow, that's a lot of strawberry jelly. Eesh. That guy had his pockets filled with it. You're terrible with jump scares, me too.
Buenas noches, caballero. Tenemos una orden de allanamiento de la seccional 21.
Oh, they're arresting me already? How poorly did I hide that body? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tia.
Señor López, el tribunal ha evaluado los informes forenses, psiquiátricos y periciales presentados en esta
old
causa.
age?
Los hechos ocurridos en su domicilio el día 24 de mayo han sido probados. Usted dio muerte a un individuo mediante golpes con una herramienta
I think
contundente.
that was a blunt object. That was a
Posteriormente,
shovel.
intentó ocultar el cuerpo. Sin embargo, los peritos coinciden en que al momento del hecho usted se encontraba atravesando un episodio psicótico agudo. Su capacidad para comprender la criminalidad de sus actos estaba gravemente alterada. Por este motivo,
Hey, Maddie, how you doing?
resuelve declararlo inimputable.
Yeah, I'm real sorry to hear that, Tia. That's
Los
that's real sad.
estudios
You
han
have my
sido claros, señor
condolences.
López. Usted padece de trastorno psicótico breve. Federico, ¿usted me está prestando atención?
Sí.
Bueno, vamos a empezar con sertralina, 100 miligramos. Una
Sertralina.
pastilla antes de dormir. Le va a
Sertralina.
dar una mano a que esté tranquilo y que pueda mejorar y volver a la vida
Oh boy,
normal.
we have psychosis.
¿Cuándo voy a poder
Hey,
volver a mi
Javi.
casa?
Eso depende de usted.
I can feel the
Cuando veamos
fear.
que ya
Yeah,
no
I
es un peligro ni
can.
para otros ni para usted mismo, puede que sea
It's
dado de
oozing
alta.
from the game.
Entiendo.
You think it's Spanish? It is Spanish.
Gracias, doctor.
I'm doing alright, Maddie. Thanks for asking. To go back to my room. That's not my room. That's not my room. Piso mojado. Oh, what's that word? Riesgo de caída? I don't recognize that. I do recognize piso mojado. Wet floor. Okay, fine. I apparently have to respect the wet floor sign. Locked. Which one's my room, guys? There we go. Hey, hi Vivian, how you doing? You got a new username? Have to take the pill before going to sleep. Raise your health slightly. Oh, that's our healing. Oh.
Moriste la concha de tu madre. Moriste, hijo de puta. Moriste.
She's a lot slower and oh.
No, por favor, no. Moriste!
It was just a nightmare. What was that noise? Power went out. I'm going to see what's wrong. I mean, if I'm in a psychiatric hospital, I don't think I'm allowed to just... This isn't a window. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Hey, Yuki, how you doing? You got 22 subs. Heck yeah. Proud of ya. That deserves a head pat. Oh boy, somebody's put a couch in front of me again. Hey, you. Hey. What was that? Hello, I don't know how to get over beds. Can you help me here? Who spent the time boarding up all the doors? Hello, Keon. Welcome, welcome. How are you? 3 in just a few days? Oh, that means they like your videos. You're a great video maker. They like your gameplay. What? Okay, am I supposed... Okay, I guess I just go back to my room. What's up, Darion? How you doing? Okay, we just go back to sleep? I don't need to take my medication. Ooh! Who spent the time putting the beds in front? That's what I'm wondering. Who literally went through all the trouble boarding up the doors and then putting the frickin' beds in the hallway? Why are the doors boarded up? That's what I would like to know. Oh, I can't see the freaking keys. What's up, Enzo? Just hearing a phone ringing and no one was calling you. It's just you and your brother. Who was phone? There we go. I think I'm not alone. Oh my god, do you see all those eyes? Oh no. Oh no, it is the shadow people. I'm having one of my episodes. There we go. Okay. We're safe from the courtyard people. You're gonna skip through this game? Yeah, sorry. It's just a demo though. I don't think it'll be long. And then there's none of the other ones are horror games. They're all like, they're a lot more fun than this. I never check out horror games because I'm a massive coward. So I just figured, hey, you know what? Let's see if we can find one. And this was the best looking one so far. Kind of says a lot, to be honest. Go away. I will give you a face tattoo. Do you have a hat? I want your hat. Oh, it's okay. Don't be afraid, guys. They're made out of spaghetti. Look, he's made out of spaghetti. See? They're not real people, they're spaghetti people. Nothing to be afraid of. What do you do for points? What do you mean? Points in the in chat? I think he's having another psychotic episode. I probably just like straight up murked 3 innocent people just now. Clinic key. Oh, you want to do Pet Foxy. Dr. Ulises Vaca. His last name is Cow. Daddy, yes. Ecuadorian banana. Banana. Why does nobody have ears in this universe? Dr. Marcelo Corne. Marcianito. Banana. Hey, come here. Come here. Can't hear me. Closed. If Marcelo had 8 bananas, he was going to give half to Pedro. Ulises steals 5. How many bananas does Marcelo give to Pedro? If Marcelo
wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Yes, you should go to sleep if it's 5 a.m. Go to bed. You too, Tia. Go to bed. Okay, Marcelo has 8. He was going to give half to Pedro, so that's 4. Ulises steals 5. How many bananas does Marcelo give to Pedro? So if he stole 5, that means there's 3 left. He was going to give him 1.5 then? Or all of them? Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Because I said it so nicely, you're not going to go to sleep? Oh. Wait, oh man, hold on, I gotta remember who these people are. Okay, hold on. Pedro Perez. Hey, my thing works. Thank you, Sari.
仕事は亀有チェーン店の会社員で毎日遅くとも夜8時までには帰宅する。タバコは吸わない。
Okay, take care, Sari. Thank you for banning the bot. Marcelo. Okay, so Marcelo is that guy. We gotta do a freaking banana puzzle. So this is Marcelo. And that's Ulises. So this guy stole 5 bananas. So do I have to put 5 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, do I only have 3? So that means you get 1. If Marcelo had 8 bananas, he was going to give half to Pedro. Oh. Am I missing bananas? I feel like I'm going bananas. Ah, banana. Okay, there we go. We got 2 more. Any more? Any more banana? Yes. 3 banana. So how many does this make? We now have... I have 8 bananas. Okay. So it said that who had 8? Marcelo had 8. He was going to give half to Pedro. So Ulysses. Who's Ulysses again? That's Pedro. That guy, this is Ulysses. So we give 5 to him. Wait, that's too many. 1, 2, no, that's enough. And then 3 for you. Or 2 for you, and then 1 for you? Is that how that works? Yo, what's up? I'm him. Why do I have a tail and an ears? Because I'm a fox? Why else would I have tails and the ears? It's pretty obvious. You have to do a survey? What survey? Oh. No thanks. I'm not going to answer that question. He was going to give half to Pedro. Ulysses steals 5. He had 8, 5 were stolen, so that means he has 3 left. And if he was going to give him half... I hate banana puzzles. What's good? Nothing more. Yo, what's up, Dragon? Oh, I see. You're only here temporarily. I see how it is. Okay, one of y'all is getting 4 bananas, I'm guessing. You, Mr. Pedro. I'm supposed to give you bananas. No? 3 bananas. This doesn't make any sense. So this guy... Who's Marcelo again? That guy. That guy had 8 bananas. Okay. You had 8. And you were gonna give 4 to him, right? No, you were gonna give 4 to him. But then this dude came along and stole 5. I'm guessing you're giving them nothing.
YT64 wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Okay, hold on. I will hydrate. Just a hot second. Dude, None of these solutions are making a difference. Oh, you gave him all of your bananas? You, sir, are a gentleman. Alright, I'll hydrate. There you go. Yo, what's up, Caffeine? How you doing? I forgot to get more water, so the next hydrate's gonna need me to get off my ass.
Federico, baje el cuchillo. Podemos hablarlo.
Hey, Slacker.
Come, everybody's a
Medic
thumb.
Sir
Entonces,
Hate
te
wants you
vamos a
to
hacer
get off your
olvidarlo.
ass
¿Eso
and
es lo que
stretch
querés?
some.
Queremos ayudarte, pero tenés que
Want me
ponerle
to stretch?
voluntad.
Okay.
¡Moriste, hijo de puta! ¡Moriste!
Ah, there we go. Doing anxious? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope it gets better for you. Gotta love deliveries that never fully tell you when they're You know, the worst of it is, I don't know if any other country does this, but here the most annoying thing is when you're like getting internet or some other kind of service and they're like, hey, we're gonna be there between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. and you're like, huh? What? So I gotta sit in my house literally all day waiting for your ass? Why do you take so long to aim? There we go. It's okay. It's okay, guys. We're just playing tag. Your entire day.
Bueno,
Who's that
Federico,
good-looking guy? That's a
no
spaghetti
dejas
monster.
alternativa.
Hey, Mandy, how you
Vamos a tener
doing?
que
Thank you for
aplicarte
the
un
heart me,
tranquilizante
Mandy.
y después subirte la medicación.
Are those cat ears or dog ears? These are thanks a lot. They're fox ears. I'm a fox.
El tratamiento solo ayuda si te dejas ayudar. Se te advirtió
Oh,
las
shit.
consecuencias.
Take a pill? Alright, I'll take a pill.
Federico, esto es por tu bien.
Did I get him? You're having
la
trouble
llave.
drawing properly? Uh-oh. Are you having issues getting your thoughts onto paper? Hey, what's up, Lonely? How you doing? Bye, Lonely. Okay, do I gotta... Nope, okay, you're immortal. What is this in my face? More strawberry jelly. We must be getting close to the source. Should you eat bread? Not at 5 in the morning. Go to sleep, wake up, and then eat all the bread you want.
Es parte del proceso. Ya lo hablaste con el doctor.
Hola, me
Tu
das
abuela no te arruinó la
una
vida.
milanesa
Necesito que cooperes
plat-
para que la institución
plata?
pueda ayudarte.
Lola? I can't read that. Will you give me Milanesa Lola? What is that word? I've never heard this word in Spanish before. I know this says hello. Will you give me? Can you give me something? Can you drink water though? Yeah, you can drink all the water you want. Repiola. Or are they hitting you with the ads, man? Right back to where I started.
Welcome back from the ad
Better not
break.
have to do another damn
If you hate ads,
banana puzzle.
consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
No reason to return. No, don't do that. Drink water. That was 3 to 6 ads. Holy cow, dude. I am so sorry. And then sometimes you wait all that time and they don't show up. Oh my god. Yes, the one time at my it was at my old place and we had to have Comcast. By the way, Comcast fucking sucks. They were like we had a internet outage, and so I called them out. I'm like, hey, internet outage, please come fix it. They're like, all right, we'll be there between the hours of it was like 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. or something like that. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So you're gonna be taking your sweet ass time getting here to fix my internet. It wasn't until like 2:50 they give me a call and they're like, oh, sorry, our service technician couldn't make it out there, so we have to reschedule for 2 days from now. I'm just like, dude, come on. You are lucky you're the only damn option for internet here. Or else I would have, like, switched over immediately from hearing that. It's 6 a.m. You survived the night? Was the Freddy Fazbear coming after you? Or. What does this mean? ¿Qué significa repiola? Ready to try to get your cake? Oh, I didn't even see this. Dr. Marcelo, patient Lopez doesn't seem to be sorry. Are you sure we'll be able to discharge him someday? By the way, when are you going to give me the bananas you promised? Sincerely, Dr. Pedro. What a wild fucking direction that took. Hi Lucia. Have I played Granny? No, I've never played the Granny games. They do not interest me. Okay, I'm quickly losing interest in this one. Yeah, very quickly losing interest. It's been about 30 minutes. All right, he doesn't want to go back there. Everything is locked. I can't get this gun. This door is locked. This door is locked. I'm gonna give it one more shot. Low effort. Yeah, I mean, it is just a demo. You know, oh my goodness. So like I went through all of the Next Fest stuff. There's a lot of AI junk and like low effort slop. It's really sad. All right, well, this one sucks. Give me just a second. The next one will be quick to start up. Wait, is this the one I wanted to do? No, not this one. Not this one. Sorry. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Controller. Oh, this one wants my controller. Okay. Do I like Geometry Dash? I've never played Geometry Dash. I've played clones of Geometry Dash, but I've never actually played the Geometry Dash. Okay, so then we're going to switch this over to... Come on. This one's taking its bit, taking a sweet moment to start up. Come on. Is this one not going to work? Not responding. Well, that bodes well. Yeah, I'm going to close it and give it one more shot.
Ballerina cappuccina. Me, 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 me.
It's 6 a.m. Can you eat?
La mujer de cappuccino.
You know what? I'm not your dad. Go for it. Eat all the bread you want.
La sua passione è il ballerino lololo.
You want to eat bread, you eat bread. My gosh, by golly. Okay, let's close that out. Oh my goodness, this game just does not want to load. Oh, wait, hold on. It's doing something. Is it loading? I don't see like any loading bars or anything. Okay. All right. Sorry, game. I'll have to check you out later. Okay, we're gonna go to the next game. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing about playing demos, right? You don't know if they're gonna like actually work or not. This one looks like it is though. Uh, yeah, signing in. What do you mean signing in? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Something? Here. Bread, like sandwich bread? I thought it was gonna be like sweet bread or something like that. Okay, here we go. God, why did that take so long? I don't even remember what this one is supposed to be. Oh, wait, now I do remember. It's a, it's like a survival crafting game, but you're a witch. Alright, do you guys hear the game now? It looks like it should be playing normally. On it. Oh, what kind of meat? Cloud piercers. The night scribes. I'm gonna be a night scribe. Type 1, type 2. Well, I'm gonna be a witch, so I'm gonna go with type 1. Quoll. Element ethereal. Though this familiar has some negative connotation to its history, its heart remains kind. Locktoe. Despite its luscious wings, this familiar can't fly for long. Yeah, let's have the little... What is this, like a... like an owl cat or something? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. We're gonna stop fucking around. Oh, I can't create my character. Okay, whatever. I guess we gotta be the default character for now. Reflect on your surroundings. Here we are in a brand new place, a witch spire looming over us. We need to find a way to get to it. More soon. Illyria. Hearthkin, a mysterious spirit that embodies a hearth. Okay, we got combat. Interesting. Big sausage slices. Yummy.
I'll need some wood.
I'll need some wood. How do I get wood? Do I attack tree? Okay. It's not telling me how to chop things. Don't attack the tree or the Lorax will attack me? Man, I don't care about no Lorax. You think I care about the Lorax? That guy had every opportunity to stop the Onceler, and he just let it happen. Like if you're like the god of the forest, why don't you just like command the creatures to go and just murk the Onceler, you know what I mean? Yes, my answer to everything is violence. My god, these things are so fast. Leave me alone. How do I... We can dodge, okay. Although it doesn't seem like dodging matters. Okay. So we gotta pick up wood off the ground. That makes sense. Hey, what's up, Hello Kitty? How you doing? You, for some reason, you like playing Brawl Stars. Well, is it a fun game? If it's a fun game, then here you go. I've heard of that game, by the way. I don't know what it is. Use the blink ability. Okay. Unlock Luminary tab. Okay. Hearth. Okay, I already have that unlocked. Witchcraft Circle. Requirements Hearth 1 out of 2. Okay. Doesn't say how to unlock these. Arc Flare Coil. Deal damage in a cone in front of you. On focus, momentarily increase attack speed. Okay. Stellar Burst. Campfire. I see. Okay, so these are things that I already know. I cannot unlock any of these. Cool. Alright, that doesn't do anything. Neato. Violence is always the answer? Hell yeah, Maddie. That's what I'm saying. If at first you can't win them over with your words, win them over with your fist. Fists. Both of them, not just one. Don't attack the tree or you'll do terrible violence. Why, are you a tree person? Are you a hippie? Are you a wood nymph? This is kind of giving like Genshin / Power World vibes. Except I can't catch any of these things. And also they're way too damn strong for level 2 creatures. Okay. Reflect on your surroundings,
It's been
Z.
said that Starkin are the source of magic in the world,
Okay.
dancing among the stars, lending their eternal brilliance to the physical realm.
Oh, you just want to do violence for the sake of it? Okay. You know what? Fair. I can appreciate that. Trying to join to your old clan. Oh, in the game? Are they did they kick you out for being too good at the game? Is that what happened? They're like, we gotta kick Hello Kitty out. She's too damn good at this game. Attack the tree. Who will stop you? I have magic. Exactly. Who's gonna stop me? I got a freaking magic wand. You really gonna stop me, Karu? You see the magic that I have? I can kill level 1 birds. Well, I would be able to, but it ran away. You know, that's just how it goes, okay? Go, hit that. Where are you? Where's my familiar? You had to get a new device? Ah, okay. So you guys you were literally like, new phone, who this? Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, I'm a ghost. And apparently I can put my workbench in the tree. I can put my workbench. Why? Okay. I see you, game. I see you. Okay, let's not do that. Oh, shit. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is that the only fact you know about me, kitty? Logging sickle. Wood, stone, spirit dust. Okay. I need to figure out where to get spirit dust from. What's up, BT? How you doing? Unlock a skill for my familiar. Flare storm. Okay. So then how do I unlock that crap? Oh, wait, I was double clicking. What the hell? I was double clicking. Why is it not? Okay, whatever. All right, so we did that. Unlock and build a hearth. What do we need? Spirit dust and stone. All right, so I guess we just got to go get a lot of stone. What's up, David Berger? How you doing? What do you mean furry invasion? Furries aren't invading anything. What are you talking about? You want to destroy a solar system? Oh my goodness, calm down. What did the solar system ever do to you? Attack that. Did my familiar die? Okay, you get spirit dust from killing shit. Got it. Hey, you can't blame me for that, Karu, okay? So I don't actually have to do the thing, I just have to push the button for it. Okay.
I've missed this place.
Oops. Okay, I need verdant bloom and spirit dust. Okay, that's to level it up.
Night.
Guess we gotta kill shit.
Troll's domain. Better watch my back.
You're back from cards with your family. How'd that go? Okay, so I can't sleep. I'm guessing there's no sleeping mechanic yet. No one won a single round? What game did you play? Being in the streams. Oh, thank you, Karu. That's very kind of you. Oh, wait, can I eat? What does it even do? Oh, hello. So you are alive. Yeah, see, this is way easier with my freaking familiar actually helping me fight. Alright, bye, Karu. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Stop running. Why are you running? Got an egg. I'm running out of mana now, it looks like. Can I sleep? What is this? Okay, that's restoring my mana. Got it. Okay. Do I know Funky Town, the song? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Yeah, of course I know that song. Why do you ask? We're gonna have to drop the graphics a bit. There we go. Graphics are nice, it's just they seem to be lagging the stream a bit. You're playing it in band? Ooh. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Dur, 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 dur. Dur, 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 dur. Dur, 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 dur. Dur, 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 dur. Okay, so the verdant blooms are growing in the ground. Alright, we got to go. You're doing the high notes. Are you playing an instrument or are you singing? Okay, so we seem to be making some good progress. How many of these do we have? We need 2 more of those. How much of the spirit dust do we have? 1 more spirit dust. Okay. We gotta go murk 1 more creature. The instrument that you're playing is clarinet. Oh, clarinet, huh? That's fun. How do you like playing clarinet? Do you feel like Squidward? I'm playing my clarinet, SpongeBob. How do I get back to my... Okay. Ooh, there's like actual things to discover. Okay. We'll go and discover some things before leaving the game. But I want to give this game a fair shake. That other one wouldn't start, and I don't want it eaten into the time. Travel to Chirilli Crater. Where's Chirilli Crater? I'm guessing over here. Which way am I facing on the map? This way. Okay. It's really fun you got the Pokemon theme. Which Pokemon theme? The game or the anime? There's no fall damage. Nice. Are you playing the one that's I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Catch them is my real
Look
test.
at that.
Train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. My cat likes to scare me with how she gets down from her tower. Alright, these things are, wow, way over leveled. Okay, so we cannot be here yet. Let's go discover other stuff, because I have a feeling those things are gonna freaking kill me and my pet. Oh, there's climbing. Wait, is there? No, I'm just getting stuck on the rocks. Okay, never mind. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Alright, looks like swimming hasn't been implemented either. Feeling that's up. How's it going? You having a good evening? And I swear I need some caffeine. I feel my brain fading fast. Cannot wait until I get that sleep study done, you know? Find out what's wrong with this freaking meat sack in my skull. Uh-oh. This rock has not been placed correctly. You'll definitely want to have to fix that. Last year, 8th grade band, they were doing Gangnam Style. Oh my goodness, I didn't think Gangnam Style was still like popular enough to do that. Is Gangnam Style still popular with kids these days? I see it and hear it like every once in a while, but nowhere near as much as back in the day. Oh my goodness, was that everywhere. Okay, that's my XP next to my level. Cool. Froblin. Oh my goodness, we got Froblins? Are these frog goblins? Oh my gosh, it's frog goblins. And they teleport. Okay. They're also kind of freaking out. Homebound scroll. Okay, so there's the ability to go back home, which is nice. Not really popular? Okay. Just wondering, because like sometimes I'll hear something that was like really popular back in the day, and I'm like, is that still popular right now? Do kids really like this these days? Man, you're beating the shit out of my freaking owl. Gotcha. So this isn't how to, okay. Don't know how to resurrect my pet. What do you mean, kitty? What do you mean by that? Witch's hat. How do I equip it?
Now that's an upgrade.
Does it change my character at all? It does. Okay, cool. Is there other armor? Uh-oh. Did I take her clothes off? I did. Whoops. Oh, good thing the character screen was blocking that. Okay, where are we right now? We are somewhere. There's a couple more things to explore over this way. To the west. Ooh, that one's got a purple name. What does that mean? It means nothing. Cool. You said you probably have K-pop Demon Hunter in your room, aka Baby Saja. That's exposing? I thought you guys liked K-pop Demon Hunter. Do you not like K-pop Demon Hunter anymore? Remember when that came out, people would not stop asking me about it. Slacker, have you watched K-pop Demon Hunter? And I was like, nope. Oh my god, Slacker, you better watch K-pop Demon Hunter. Or I shall find you and give you a bloody bop on the nose. I'd be like, well, I'm definitely not doing it now. You're gonna threaten me. Nope, this is just a joke. Nobody actually threatened me.
This is mine.
Shimmer dust. Okay, I see. I gotta find these little statues because the shimmer dust will let me make a spell blade, I think. You never watch K-pop Demon Hunter at all. Okay, so you're not a fan of it? Volan is missing, but Vex doesn't seem worried. He's probably just exploring nearby. We really ought to be sticking together, but who has time to worry about that when there's a witch spire to get to? I wonder what it wants from us. That's a cute little drawing in the bottom. I really, really hope that's hand-drawn. I'm not really getting like an AI vibe from this at all, so I'm hoping this is not AI generated at all. I think it would be kind of obvious if it was. Like I said, looking through the Next Fest page, oh my goodness, there is so much freaking ooh, we are strong over here. There is so much freaking AI generated crap. It is unbelievable. Okay, we are being followed.
Now, who are these little ones? They're adorable.
They're adorable, I say, as I immediately attack them. Uh-oh. Now they win this time. Oh my gosh, look! I can walk on water. I'm Jesus. Oh, Lord Almighty, I am real sleepy. I'm working my butt off all week. Hello, who are you? Chili 5, Sweet Fruit 5, Cloudberry 5. Okay, I don't know if I need those. Those sound like either cooking ingredients or potion ingredients. So I will not be messing with those just yet. Was this a different resource? Nope, still stone. Okay. Wow, the aggro range is pretty far. Okay, so I can take down 6. And you gotta be real precise with your dodges. If you dodge too late, then like almost all of their attacks land.
The Moonrisers. Better get back Throblins, eh? They've been around longer than anyone. Must be doing something right.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Where are we at for time? Okay, we're good. We got a few more minutes we can dedicate to this. Heal my familiar. Oh, I gotta go to my hearth to revive it. Okay, okay, that makes sense. And it looks like you can have multiple familiars, or at least 3. Or is that just you get 3 slots and then you have to choose which one gets swapped out like a Pokemon? Okay, it looks like they have the beginnings of a climbing system, by the way. 'Cause it looks like they have something probably ticked off in the settings, in the project settings, where it's like, oh, have the character stick to the wall like that. See, that tells me that they're probably going to be doing climbing, so there will be like a stamina meter too. What's that neat looking tree? But this definitely looks like it could turn into something good. This will be something I add to my wish list for sure. Because I'm a big fan of the survival crafting genre. And I'm also a big fan of magic. So this looks like it could be potentially a lot of fun. I can imagine that there will probably be a whole bunch of neat spells. You know, magic missile, fireball, and stuff like that. Witch's satchel. Ooh, did I miss something? Oh, I did. True Gale. Fire a dart that deals damage. Cast a gust of wind that pulls enemies to its center. Okay. Do you equip? Oh, hold on. You put them in the bar. Like Minecraft. Yep. Okay, there we go. That means that you can probably combo magic. You know, for example, like if I cast this, which I think is going to be a... That didn't do anything.
Take that!
Okay, I think
Something hurts.
that's missing a animation or something, or an effect of some kind.
Loot, loot, loot!
Oh, and these respawn.
Shiny!
Okay, we can check and see if we have enough to build the sword or whatever.
Blessed Veer. The sun rises once more.
Oh my goodness. The music just starts abruptly. Oh, chest respawn too. Okay. Nice.
Ah, home sweet home.
Okay, let's go check out that crater. Hello, Sayaka. How are you? You're good? Awesome. That's awesome to hear. I'm doing all right. I thought I was going to be fine, but I'm starting to really feel my sleepiness from earlier come back. I thought I was going to be fine. So I'm going to have to power through some of this. But other than that, I'm okay. Nothing for you guys to worry about. Ooh, I can fall through the ground a bit. I should be careful. I don't want to get stuck in the geometry. And for anybody who is just joining us, we are playing Steam Next Fest. These are a bunch of demos. You're from Russia, you don't understand English very well? No, it won't be a problem. As long as you know enough English to communicate like on a basic level, then you're good. Otherwise, just enjoy the stream. Don't even worry about it. What happened to my freaking bird? Are you dead already? Oh no, what are you doing? Get over here. Stop staring at that lump. Come on. Wake up. Great, my bird is dumb. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I can't hit anything. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this place multi-aggros. We gotta be careful with that. Ooh, they do a lot of damage. Thank you, Zayaka. Thank you, I appreciate that. Alright, so I think I've given this game a fair shake. I like this one. It looks like it has a lot of potential. I'll add it to my wish list. Hopefully one day we get to see it become something. But I'm going to switch to the next game. I do not work in voice acting, though that would be fun. I would, I have thought about if voice acting would be fun or not for me, and I think it would be. Because I do like doing voice acting with when I play video games. Okay, so let's see. What's the next one? Diverg hold. Is this? Okay, I think this one is a dungeon crawler. I love the art style for this one. Oop, I didn't. Okay, whatever. I'll wishlist it later. Hey, what's up, Merlin? Where you been? We all collectively assume that Slacker is a voice actor. Well, you know, I take that as a compliment then. Uh-oh, where is this game?
Is wild.
There we go.
Now wakes for war, their haven long defiled. In shield wall bound, united hearts they share, while royal envoys score the lands with care. They seek the brave, the desperate, the bold, to drive back night.
I'm just
and
waiting for
guard
that one
the
day that
dark
somebody
hold.
asks me to voice act for their game or show or whatever. Because I think it would be fun. Alright, there we go. So this one I'm a little bit more excited about because I love dungeon crawler games. So So I'm a little hopeful for this one. How is my mood? I would give it a 6 out of 10. Not for any negative reasons, just I'm tired. You know, I've been working all day. How's your mood? How are you? Thank you for the follow. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I love your name. Okay, let's see. We got Sir Rickamore. A middle-aged man clad in a simple robe mutters softly to himself, his eyes half-lidded, heavy black shadows sagging beneath them. He seems either half-drunk or so weary that he no longer cares. For all that, his manner is friendly. I know thee, and thee, and thee as well. Hail, friends! The Salt-bound company, is it not? Rough fellows, bruisers, come to scour away the rust and hew through slag, all in pursuit of a handful of precious gems buried in the dark. I am called Sir Rickamore. This expedition is a rare delight to me. Alas, many have already fallen, and for so meager a reward. Rickamore shows no sorrow, only a strange, otherworldly joy. I hail from a far distant lands. I hail from far distant lands, where men take to the skies like birds, like eagles. He falters, frowning. Forgive me, I cannot fly, and these walls, they press upon me. Then he truly looks upon thee, his eye sharpening, keen and cunning beneath the haze. Thou art a promising company of stout fellows. Prove thy worth in the depths below. Okay, why am I peeking? My mic is peaking for some reason, and it's really annoying me. It's morning for you right now? Well, good morning. Do you have any planned days? Or do you have any plans for your day? What is going on with my mic right now? Turning up my mic until you can actually start hearing me, because I really don't like how much I'm peaking the mic right now. Hello, test. Hi. Okay, I think that's better. Slacker is my nickname. What is my real name? That is TBD. I am releasing lore of my character slowly but surely. If you want to read up on the Slacker's lore so far, go to slackersavant.tv. My lore is there. I'll be adding to it soon with more things. Alright. Thou art a promising company of stout fellows. Prove thy worth in the depths below, and perchance we shall plan something most enjoyable together. Good sir, what purpose brings thee hither? Passing the hours, savoring the company of good dwarves and of rough fellows such as thee. In truth, I sense the shadows of doom hanging over Request, and so I came with haste, did what little I could to lend aid, and shall remain until this crisis finds its end. I am much drawn to the strange happenings of curious creatures such as those draggers. A flicker of displeasure crosses his face. And Sorgarn, of course. This discovery may prove of great import to the future of this young kingdom, and to its neighbors besides. Some among us dwell in a world far broader than the two remote neighboring archipelagos. Fare thee well, good sir. Alright, I want to jump into the, oh, who are you? Oh, nurse. A comely lass stands over a great cauldron, now and again stirring whatever brew simmers within. The rich scent of hearty stew fills thy nostrils. When she marks thy gaze, she looks up and smiles.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate that,
Well met, newcomers.
consider a sub or
Captain
using
Richard
your
told
Twitch
me
Prime.
rough fellows of our brave company would be coming to lend aid. A flicker of concern crosses her face. I've heard tell that matters are dire down below. I think thou shalt help find those soldiers who went in first. Then, as though chiding herself, her cheer swiftly returns. We've not been met before, have we? Millie's the name. I've served as cook and helper to the company. Never thought I'd stray so far from home, nor go delving underground neither. Still, I reckon home is wherever my people stand. If thou art hungry or thirsty, simply yell for Millie. Oh well, Millie. Alright, let's go for it. Entering upper living quarters. You need to deploy 3 characters before entering the party. Go to Captain Richard. Ah, okay, gotcha. Who's Captain Richard? Are you Captain Richard? Dragon 2 slots to deploy. Alright. So it looks like we got our standard fantasy fare. Alright, Mr. Egil Walwood. What are you? You are a male human warrior. Alright, we always need warriors. Alright, Everlid Blazemantle. What are you? Elf Mage. Ooh, like Freerin. Uldra Viriel. Elf Archer. Okay. Godebert. Male Dwarf Priest. Ooh, yeah, we'll need a priest. We need someone to heal us. Gotta go to bed. Alright, Obi-Wan Kenobi. How much more will I stream? Probably for like... Oh, sorry, the sound went away. What are we at now? I want to say probably like another hour and a half. Hour and a half. Yeah. Female human priest. Soldis of Tetli. Female human mage. Wait, why are the women archers and mages? Where's the female warrior? Male halfling rogue. Alright, not Frodo. Yeah, there we go. Recruit. Here you'll be able to hire characters from a constant stream of potential recruits to compensate for casualty or to work on your party composition. Okay. Cool. Alright, now can we enter? Talk to Commander Habil Stonehand about your mission. A grim, authoritative dwarf watches the party from afar. His right gauntlet bears an unnaturally wrought design, and his cloak is black as the depths of the mines. He studies thee with open suspicion, setting thy nerves on edge. His voice is sharp and cold. Come in for about 15 minutes? Alright, no problem. Stay. Oh. Alright, my thing froze. Stay for as long as you want. That is A-okay with me, friend. Hey, Zaddy. Hey, Caffeine. Welcome back, my friend. Let's see. Where was I? Oh. Commander Habil Stonehand of the Black Mantle Clan, most trusted of our king. I am charged with the reclaiming of Inner Rakest, and ye lot are paid in sufficient coin to heed my commands. Waste not thy time growing familiar with the remnants of my force. The draggers fell upon us unawares. We have lost too many already, and we cannot afford to lose time as well. Understood, Commander. Hast thou any orders for me at this time? New quest. Okay. Now hearken well. The living quarters wherein stands King Steren's guest throne are sealed under quarantine. All manner of filth hath poured forth from the lower passages. Demons, we name them draggers. Never have we seen their like in all Herdengard. Undead-clad in strange vestments, wielding foul sorceries, beasts run rampant and unbound. Even our own automatons, driven into madness. Music is a little loud? Okay. How's that? Is that better? Okay. He pauses, his gaze fixed elsewhere. I dispatched a room crafter with soldiers to secure the passage below. Their charge was to rouse the gatekeeper, the earth golem, and bar the deeper door. Maybe? Alright, let me turn it down a little bit more.
Sarsity wants you to hydrate. Get to it,
Hydrate.
you thirsty bitch.
There you go. Thank you, Zaddy. Another pause. He does not look upon thee. They did not return. Yet since we draw breath, I must reckon the runecrafter succeeded, though it cost him his life. His eyes snap back to thee. Thy task is plain. Find the gatekeeper. Let him grant thee passage. 3 key runestones hold dominion over him. The rest thou shalt discern for thyself. I'll turn myself up too. I've been having mic issues. It keeps clipping. It's really annoying. Let's see, where are we? If thou art not equal to so much, thy bones shall be picked clean by whatever still crawleth below. Demons, undead, what madness have we sworn ourselves into? Vil's expression does not so much as flicker. Thou knew well enough the nature of the bargain. The state of things is grim and steeped in chaos. The undead rose from beneath the living quarters, remnants of a civilization that stood before the fracture. They were once human, not as men are now. They strike without parley and hurl strange and dark sorceries. As for the draggers, of them we know far less. They take many forms, yet they fight as one will, as an army. Carest thou not to recover the bodies of thy fallen? Cavil's brows knit tight, a flash of restrained wrath hardening his features. Were that the priority, it would be the command I gave thee. I shall take my leave, Commander. Alright, now we can go into the dungeon. Oh. Pickaxe. Well, we got 2 pickaxes. Alright, let me see if there's a... Well, yep, there it is. There we go. Now I can turn the game back up a little bit on the OBS end. How's that? Is that better? Does that sound all right? Or do I need to turn it down some more? Drop it down a little bit more. Well, you guys just let me know if it's too loud, okay? The undead miner looks aggressive. All right. So that lets me see into your inventory, what you're wielding. All right, so you have skills here. Right click for info. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Toolkit. We already have one of those. Only rogues and archers can use it. All right, and we do have an archer with us. Whoever tried to defile this image of the Oathmaker failed, but most of the banner was destroyed. Okay, how do I turn? Hold on, it might be. Does my controller work for this? Nah, it doesn't. Of course not. Is it keys? Let me see. Dungeon controls. WASD is okay, so it's Q and E. Beautiful. There we go. Okay. So it's turn-based. That's Note on Thrams, a collection of information about a strange creature. This is super cool. Lock picked. Ah, because we have the archer kit. Now, does that consume... How do I... Okay. It does consume a toolkit. Okay, I see. Oh my goodness. Field note, Thram Weremole. Recorded by Brother Einar of the Clan of the Oath. Thrams are territorial predators of the deep places. Encounters with full-grown specimens are uncommon. Sightings within Rakest and Anhaga suggest either a spread dating to the age before the fracture or migration through the deeper tunnels. Further conjecture must await the sanction of the Sporefield clan. Their favored prey include Ragnotjolder, I think. The demos, the first one was kind of meh. I thought it was gonna be a horror game, but it's kind of bad. Second one, couldn't get to run. I'm gonna have to try to check that out later, to see if I can get it run for next time. The third one was really cute. It's a witch-themed survival crafting game. Obviously needs a lot of work, so you know I'll be keeping an eye on that. And then there's this one, and I'm very excited about this one because I love dungeon crawlers. Hey Devi, how you doing? Welcome. Have you played any demos yet, Zaddy? Okay, let's see. Their favorite prey includes Kragnendjolder, tentacle worms, pack beasts, and dwarves. Contrary to common rumor, Thrams do not consume gems and will often ignore mining works if left unprovoked. Avoid contact where it may be done. Should battle be forced, harry the beast at range and meet its charges with braced spears. Close quarters fighting is ill-advised without the support of Iron Belly warriors. One such specimen is known to lair upon this level of Inner Rakest, north of this chamber, within a hall of pillars. Beware the door in the western passages. Okay. $9 gold. Ooh. Not yet. Besides Berglund gnomes. Oh, yeah. There's quite a few good ones. Like I've been having to wade through a lot of garbage, unfortunately. But yeah, there's some good ones. I said hi, Debbie. How you doing? Let's see. Decorative hammer, a symbol of industriousness, endurance, and mastery of rock and metal alike. The hammer is the most venerated tool of the dwarves, and the second most venerated weapon. While merely decorative, this shield was crafted by dwarves of the Frostdelver clan, who are meticulous woodworkers. It surely can take a few hits. Love that there's lore on everything. What did I hit? Oak barrel that can be used to store anything from spirits to provisions. Can only be opened with force. Gladly. But there's nothing in it. Bummer. You're gonna be in the car. Well, drive safe, Debbie. Small healing potion. Ooh, and a lockpick kit. Which reminds me, I should get this one. Go. Okay, so the music does not loop. Hope that is something that they add. Yeah, I want to look through that lockpick one. Fungus monster. Uh-oh. Holy barrier. Create a barrier of celestial energy in 3 grids in front of you, smiting those who stand there and blocking others from reaching your party for 5 turns. Oh. That probably doesn't work since he's currently standing in it. Hunter's Mark. Your next shot will mark a vulnerable enemy on a vulnerable spot on your enemy and improve the chance of a critical hit for further attacks on it for 3. Got it. Take a reactive fighting stance to unleash vengeful strikes on foes trying to harm you for 3 turns. Okay. We don't need to lay hands yet. There's a little guy. Spore child, severely wounded. Uh-oh. Spore child looks aggressive. Okay. What are we playing? This is called... Shoot, it has an interesting name. Hold on. Verghold. If you're a fan of classic, it's poisoned. If you're a fan of classic dungeon diver or dungeon crawlers, then yeah, this is what that is. How long does that poison last for? 3 turns. Okay. And what counts as a turn? Gotcha. Oh, it's another fungus monster. I wonder if they're weak to fire. That was a trap. Should not have stepped on that. Able to open side. Murderer. I just killed a mushroom child. Antidote. Oh, cool. Oh, I do have an antidote. Okay. It's a well-crafted table made from Alma's various notes, nothing of particular interest. Zombie. What's in your head? In your head. Zombie. Zombie. Stop running. How many people are in the life? What do you mean? You mean in my TikTok live? I do not know. 2 people. Lantern oil. Though dwarven eyes are suited to dim light, as mainly underground dwelling species, few risk poor visibility amid the predators that haunt these halls. Yeah, we'll take lamp oil. Oh, bombs. That use up my... Did use up trap kits. Oh yeah. Oh, man. Probably not. Ow. Here. Shoot. Can't cast lay on hands on self? Are you kidding me? What can you do? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait for that to expire. Fill up. Wait, I don't need it. Yes, lay on hands. Gotta wait for those spores to go away. Damn it, just went right through the freaking barrier. Shit, we're all poisoned. Welcome back, Toji. Shit. Oh. Oh, it's just us, girl. Okay, great. Well, I mean, this is my first time playing. Oh, I can just wait for those to go down. Okay. How are the games? I mean, two of them. This one and the witch one were really nice. I can't get the other one to work. Oh, they don't go away. Okay. I think I'm stuck. Yep. Dare the dungeons of request once more with another group of adventurers if you're brave enough. Okay. Back. And then we'll take a rogue, and then a dwarven. Oh, I have 145 gold. What is that? What can I get with the supplies? Stash. Visions. Okay, here we go. So here's stuff that we can buy. 20 gold for another toolkit. Okay, so we can't train anyone yet. Alright. I think from what I've seen in there, we need a lot of antidotes. And a lot of healing. There we go. All right, let's do this. Hey, welcome back, Sayaka. Okay, so we got Taunt. Provoke your opponent by heckling them and calling them out their effeminacy for 3 turns. The first enraged attack they land at you will be blocked. Shield Strike. Slam the opponent with a shield, pushing him back 1 grid cell, potentially causing him to stagger, which makes it harder for him to dodge attacks. Bolt. Pyroclasm. Unleash the spirits of fire to immolate everyone in front of you. Ooh. Fimbulwinter. Call upon spirits of the cold sea of thorns, encasing a single opponent in ice for 4 turns. Bone-breaking strike, okay. Rock blast. Call forth a geomantic assault that slings stones at all enemies in front of you. Pray to the Oath Knitter to bless a party member with skin as hard as a rock that absorbs 10 points of damage for 3 turns. Okay. Okay, okay. Cool. Did this game make it in the style of the Middle Ages? It's like fantasy, like Lord of the Rings. So kind of like Middle Ages, but more like Middle Earth. Okay, so I see. So you can sleep on beds once. I'm guessing that would have healed us. We needed it. Okay, so let's push him back. Okay. But I'm really liking this one so far because it's one of those games where it's like it's difficult, and you'll get better. The more you play it, better you'll do. You'll get cooler stuff. And then you'll just keep doing better at the game. Ooh, Underbelly Razor. Favorite among covert agents in the ruthless politics of merchant houses, this dagger bears an edge unnaturally keen. Nice. Wonder if there's a way to immediately send that to storage. Oh, why is she almost dead? Okay, that has to be literally in front of us. Got it. Looks like -1. What do you mean? Okay, let's see. Does this heal us? It does. Okay. So we should save any beds that we see for like injuries. Like when we're grievously injured. Hello, Pepper. How are you, kitty? Heavy robes, a thick linen robe meant to ward against snow and cold. It offers comfort, but little defense beyond it. 2 armor. Well, we'll take it. If anything, we can sell it. I thought I wouldn't have time to heal her. Nah. I always got time to heal my friends. Okay, that only knocks back 1 guy. Resisted the Fimbulwinter. Okay. That did nothing. Oh, nice. Okay. That was pretty good. You're pretty good. Ooh, Strength of the Oath. Crude in shape and heavy in the hand, this warhammer bears Oathmaker runes carved deep into its steel. When lifted for battle, the runes pulse faintly, guiding each strike with punishing precision. I think this might be for you. Age. They're both wearing that same thing. Okay. All right. Oh, she doesn't have enough Odem, which I'm guessing is mana. Cool. All right. So she can become useless if that doesn't recharge. Let's see. That kind of sucks. They look dangerous. Yeah, they can be. Guess that missed. Okay. 20 gold. Gatekeeper room key. Okay. Scroll location. Leather cuirass. Which we already own. Bandage. What does bandage do? Cleanse and bind wounds once corruption has been drawn out. Ah, I see. Is that for like... So is there a wounding system? Oh, I don't have a pickaxe. I wonder what the boss will look like. Me too. Sounded like a real dog. Yeah, I hate when games use real dog like sound effects. I would never, Skivvy. I would never. Needs storage. That was the stored. Also, how you doing, Skivvy? Ooh, there's hidden doors in this game. Okay. Runestone, Firebrand, denizens of the earthen wound, carriers of the mark, this beige stone, carriers of the mark, this, oh, there's no punctuation. This beige stone with a molten red rune carved into it dims in the dark and emits a soft aura. Is it seeking someone? Oh, we shall see. Hurt your Achilles today. Ouchies. How'd you do that? Skivvy being clumsy. Ain't it a fun club? Ain't it a fun club, Skivvy? Especially the waking up with random pains club. Are these mineable? No, they're not. Well, sure. I mean, you can exercise as much as you want. This sarcophagus is clearly non-dwarven in origin, perhaps moved here from the lower levels of Inner Request. It's suspiciously empty on the inside. Uh-oh, do we have a... whatchamacallit? Vampire? Leather boots. Aw, dude, 4 stamp 4 strength leather boots. Oh, level 14. Oh. I'm gonna give you the leather boot. It reads Gatekeeper. Uh-oh. Gatekeeper. I'm actually going to... Wow, this is a big day. I've been trying to come up with a time management plan for hitting up the gym. And mostly I'm gonna have time for like swimming. So I'm gonna be looking into swimming after work, because that's still pretty good high impact exercise. Gotcha. Hello, Hollow? Is your name Hollow? Gatekeeper. The gargantuan guardian shows no sign of aggression. He opens his eyes and casts his gaze over the party. In a muffled, monotone voice, he proclaims, "The gift is claimed only when the beast is undone at the very heart of the halls. Within the labyrinth of pain, to the south and to the east, those who tread with measured step may yet descend. The gatekeeper's eyes close once more, awaiting the bearers of the runestone. Alright, so we got more runes to collect. Got it. Got it, got it. Shame I don't have another pickaxe. Look at you, Mr. Bodybuilder. Have I been here yet? I've been here already. It looks like enemies respawn, so no hope of using enemies as knowing which way to go. It reads main hall. Oh, that must be the exit. Okay, so are we looking for another secret door? We're out of lamp oil. Alright, we gotta go back to camp. That's a good point, Skivvy. I read a something similar like that where someone was like, hey, instead of like thinking, oh, I wish I was, 15 again or 20 again, imagine that you were 90 and then you wake up in your 30-year-old body again. Okay, so it makes sense to go back to camp often because you level up. Got it. You don't have to try to like get through the entire dungeon. Shrine of the Oath, not in demo. So we got that stuff. Oh, sorry, Millie. I don't mean to skip. Okay, so let's put this. Wait, can I equip people? Oh, hey, look at that. We can equip stuff to them without even needing to worry about it. Hey, Yuki. Thank you for the another heart me. Appreciate it. Now, if only saving money was easy. Oh, tell me about it. What I hate is like when you get your finances in line and you're like, okay, I got it. I have a budget. I can start saving. And the moment you put money into savings, something pops up. Car breaks down. You need to go to the freaking doctor for something. It never fails. Okay, so I apparently can't sell stuff. Wait, can I? I can. Okay. So let's grab some more. We need more lamp oil. I'm gonna get as many as I can, and then we're gonna need more of these. Because our mage needs it. Right, no cleaning yet. Okay. That be life, yeah. Alright, Sayaka, thank you for being here. You have a good rest of your day. I might have to save her attacks for when we really need it. Since she runs out of ammo quick. Oh, that's why I couldn't move. Oops. I just went against my own freaking thing. Speaking of money, what I'm glad about is in the next couple of months, actually within the next 10 weeks, I'm gonna be completely paid off on my car. I started paying that thing off in 2021 when I had a lot more money. But I'll finally have more money in my pocket, which is awesome. Hey, what's up, Shadow? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Did anyone get poisoned? No. Wait for that to go away. Is there a map? There is not a map. Okay, that's fine. I'm just curious what I'm actually looking for when it comes to these rune stones. Chests don't get anything else in them. Oh my god, I missed a whole bunch of treasure chests. Stop moving, dog. Oh my god. How am I missing? Ooh, that's a lot of barrels. Look at all these supplies. That's awesome. That means our mage is now set up. Massive quantities of ale not locally produced, bearing the mark of Ufredin, a dark plain island covered with thick forests. Okay. Basically, that's not what I thought it was. So you run out of lamp oil pretty quickly. Because we've only been in here for like a couple of minutes and we're already down 2. I wonder if it's 1 lamp oil per minute. There was a bucket somewhere. Oh man, I swear I saw a bucket. Oops. Let's go back and look for that bucket, and it's got to be around here somewhere. Damn, I don't like when real animal sounds are used like that. Especially for pain, you know? What's up, Jacob? Unfortunately, I have no soul. You are blessing nothing, my friend. That's the dumbest, edgiest thing I've ever said. Oh my goodness, 2 fungal monsters. Bedroll, fire starter, compact cookware, and stone anchors for securing tents underground. Veterans inspector. Oh, so does this let me camp out? Nice. This is pretty cool. I'm really liking this. This is another one that I'm gonna wish list for sure. And you can stack some crazy combos if you use some of those delayed skills. Got a pickaxe. It's funny because when I first started playing this, we were getting all kinds of pickaxes. Now we ain't getting shit. Ew, what are you, weremole? Oh, wow, we are whooping that thing's ass. Okay, so that's the gift that the Guardian wants us to take back to it. Meat. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, how are we missing? It's right in front of us, man. That didn't miss. Huh? I didn't realize she had such low health. Alright, well, better go back to the surface. think there's no revival yet. We haven't found any revival items. Yeah, I've always wondered, like, what do health potions taste like? Like, do you guys think it tastes like cough medicine? Or do you think it tastes like berries? Kool-Aid? Oh man. That would undoubtedly get me addicted to health potion, fortunately. If it tasted like Kool-Aid. It'd be like, hey, what's wrong with that guy over there? Oh, don't worry about him. He's addicted to health potion. Very close to the... Another false stone. Well, whatever. Anyways, we're almost out of lamp oil. All right, you're up, Legolas. I don't have enough gold. Ooh. We barely have enough to get more lamp oil. Target an exposed point to cripple the enemy for 3 turns. Strain your muscles to draw the bowstring for stronger shots for 2 turns, the powerful impact of which pushes enemies away. Take a deep breath, making your shots more precise for 2 turns. Okay. What the hell? Wait, you can jump? Sense the third is somewhere close, somewhere to the northeast.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Southwest. Itch. To the west. Northwest. Go in this direction, okay. We're getting there. Dude, really? How? Jesus, that's annoying. Northeast. Please don't kill my guys. Like we're getting pretty close to somewhat of an end here. So it's gotta be... Ah, there it is. That was dumb. Have 5 lamp oil. Oh boy. Okay. And I'm stuck. Okay, well, I think that means that we're gonna have to recall. There we go. Ooh. So we gotta go find the Guardian now, right? Suspended a bleeding wound. Oh, okay, I thought that said we have a bleeding. There you go. Hey, Rexy, thank you for the lurk. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Guardian, where are you? Thank you. Could I be any more wrong? goodness, 4 dogs at once. Here, have some bread, buddy. It does nothing. Okay. At least your belly's full of bread. Turn. I do not remember where this guy is. I think those buttons are glitched. Really need a map for this place. Oh, I have a terrible sense of direction. Oh no. I did it again. And it also looks like things don't stay disarmed once they're disarmed. They rearm. Again. Storage. Nope. Damn it, dog. Where is the freaking guardian, huh? This redheaded dwarf looks like the guy from The Witcher. I forget his name. The Witcher 3. There's a friend of Geralt's that's a dwarf. He looks kind of just like this. Red hair and all. Already been in there. Gosh darn it, man. I really hate when I find places on accident, you know? You ever, like, be exploring like this, and you're like, oh, I can't find, like, the exit or the entrance or whatever, so I'll find it when I find it, and you just, like, immediately stumble upon it? And then later on, when you need to find it, you can't find it. Oh, great. Broken bone. Jesus Christ, how much is this guy's... There's the Guardian. Jeez Louise. The giant comes to life, moving with surprising speed. He crushes the runestones in his hands, one after another, consuming their power. He turns his back on the adventurers and proceeds to the door. Palms made of stone are laid upon it, and it opens. The gatekeeper steps aside. Path open, quarantine breached, descent. Marked by the firebrand, reclaim the gift beneath. Hey, that's the demo. Alright, yeah, I like this. I really like this one. I'm gonna wishlist this one for sure. That was a lot of fun. Alright, let's see. We got a little bit of time left. Let me see if I can't try to get another one up and running. Let's see. Alright, is this one going to run? Let's see. Every time I try to run this one, it like lags everything. So if it doesn't run again, I'm just going to say fuck it. I see something loading in the bottom. Oh, okay. There we go. This one worked. Cool. Let me capture. Yeah, there we go. Now we just wait for it to load, I guess. Takes too long though. I am going to abort it and then we will try something else.
Ekrazu's Castle.
There we go. Okay, so this one is supposed to be a roguelite. Oh yeah, it wants my controller.
Select a mode. Quick play. Select your parent. Beginner. Select your character.
Oh my god, I did not. Well, this is why you always do research on demos before you Anyway, let's go with this one. Stop time while menuing. This will pause gameplay when swapping weapons or using items. Good for people who aren't comfortable with MMO style menuing. Nope. For tutorials, yeah, sure, why not?
Believe in yourself and get out.
That's perfect. There was no pictures of this. It just looked like an anime like roguelite shooter game. or hack and slash. So let's hope it's not the main focus of the game. Any day now. There we go.
Ready? Go!
Okay, let's jump. Let's jump. I pushed that button. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's supposed to be like a runner slash game. Equip weapons, LTRT. Each enemy defeated gives levels based on enemy level. Collect these to build towards a time extension, giving you more time to grind power-ups and find weapons. Okay. Let's see. It is laggy as hell. I mean, it's to be expected. It's a, you know, demo. I was interested in it because of the hack and slash part of it, and also it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to get like crazy, you know, like kind of like Megabunk. And it looks like you can equip 2 weapons in each hand. Enemy level goes up every time you go to the next stage. Okay. Whoa. Okay. If I end up falling off the level, it really is my fault. Because you have like a freaking quintuple jump, basically. I'm gonna have to lower the graphics a bit though, because it is, oh, there is no graphical settings. Okay, that's nice. That's death. So it's an arcade style game. Okay, neat. It's like trying to go for like a Sega style arcade game, I feel like. Something that you would get in like the Dreamcast or an arcade cabinet. What am I taking damage from though? Like, what's actually hitting me? Okay, so you can heal. Got it. There is no auto heal. You gotta heal with items. Hey, what's up, Vivian? Welcome back. is real laggy though. Oh, hey, we got other weapons. Oh, okay, neat. So we should probably... So it doesn't auto-upgrade our weapons or anything. We gotta be doing that ourselves. Okay. You want to be called Hyper? Okay. Well, you didn't tell me that. I only remember you as Vivian because you came into the chat and you were like, "Hey, I'm Vivian." It's like, okay, hey, Vivian. But I am nothing if not a man of the people, so tell me what you want to be called and I will call you that. Guessing LV points is level.
Time extension.
Cool. Okay, this is an interesting concept. I was worried that the character design was the whole gimmick, but it does not appear to be that way. We only have 15 seconds though, so we're gonna see what happens when the time runs out.
Training's over. The real barrel starts next door.
Ah, okay. Ah, shit. There's only a double jump. You're just in a stream and it got suspended 3 times in the same hour. What the heck was the streamer doing? This game looks beat. It's a little rough around the edges, but so far it seems interesting. It's only playable with controller. And also you're not limited to what weapons you can use, which is nice. Oh! But you are encouraged to like switch up weapons a lot. Like for example, I'm gonna change to this. Oops. We'll see what this is like. This song he was playing was copyright. Yep, that'll get you. You gotta be very careful when you're streaming. There's only one shopkeeper, so walk on the carpet to show interest in either the weapon or the item shop. You must first sell items and weapons to obtain money. Stored items differ every visit. Okay. Sounds like she's pushing one button at a time. Yeah, this is what I mean by the character design is not the gimmick. You're watching on the sideways stream today, so you're watching horizontally. God, there's particles everywhere. Can I not shoot both at the same time? Oh, I can't shoot both at the same time. Interesting. I can't attack at the same time either? That's odd. Sheesh, they hit hard now. Simpson this game. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening if this game takes off. It's gonna gain a fan base, if you know what I mean. Shit. It's a bit of an unforgiving game so far. I think I'm gonna switch back to the guns though. Yeah, spamming the two guns does a lot of damage. Like holding it down seems to do less damage than just spamming them all together. Hey, what's up, Dims? How you doing? Game's gonna need some optimization though if it's ever gonna be like widely accepted. Because the lag that you're seeing, this is on the game side. I like RPGs too. RPGs are my favorite genre. Me too, although I kind of feel that they, some games rely too heavily on the fact that their game is like open world and free roam and stuff, and they don't do anything with it, you know? They're just kind of like, oh, people are gonna play this because they love to explore. They're not really gonna care what's in it. That's a pretty bad way to look at it, you know? What I want to know is how the hell do you get good at this game, you know? Like, I want to see what a, like a quote-unquote good player at this is like. Though this is a demo, so, you know, I'd imagine there aren't really, you know, pros for this game yet. Love horror games, just not the jump scares. That's fair. I love psychological horror games, but I also, yeah, I don't like I don't like jump scares either. So I'm with you on that one. Like Silent Hill, which, by the way, I still need to put my Silent Hill playthrough up on YouTube. So I'm sorry for that. Oops. Huh, weird. Horror games are just so damn peak. Agreed. I can agree with you on that one. What is this? Spin around and restore health for each. Yeah. Oh. If an enemy hits you when you raise your shield, take no damage and become invincible for a brief moment. Interesting. So you become Crash Bandicoot. Sudevour. Boss. I want to play Crash Bandicoot, but I want to play the original. So I gotta find a good place to play that. You catch my drift. Oh, my gun's stuck. What are we doing? Oh shit. Alright, well, boss defeated. At the end of the month, you'll have a gaming computer. Hey, kick ass. Game over.
Now, engrave your name in history.
Hey, check it out. I'm better than all the other beginners. Interesting. Okay. So that's it for the demo. Kind of a short demo, but
Ekrazu's Castle.
it ended pretty
Select
at a good
mode.
note. Let me just real quickly try the other
Select your
character.
parent. Beginner. Select your character. M.A. Alex. Believe in yourself and get out there.
I'm gonna play it for a few more minutes. Ignore the character. Does not know they looked like that when I looked at the demo. I promise. What kind of gaming PC you going for?
Ready? Go!
You're just getting a computer. Oh, just a regular old computer? Oh. Okay, okay. Well, hey, a computer's a computer. What's interesting and slightly annoying is that the enemies are able to hit you from any distance. Something I've noticed.
Time extension.
The current one you'll use for gaming and the new one for school? Ah. That's smart. I mean, for schoolwork, you usually don't need anything too powerful, right? You just need something that'll do the job. You know, let you access the internet, download stuff, let you write essays and all that fun stuff. So yeah, you don't need anything too powerful. No.
Time extension.
don't have any healing. Okay. I am curious how I'm meant to deal with so much damage early on like that. Oop. So this is a charge weapon. Nothing to heal with. Okay.
Time extension.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Itadori? Thank you for the follow. These freaking bees, dude. Hey, what's up, Gojo? How you doing? Yeah, Yuji. There's a Yuji that followed me. Friend of yours? Once you start gaming on a computer, you're gonna play some horror games? Heck yeah. Which horror games are you gonna start off with? What's your favorite, I should ask? Like your go-to.
Training's over. The real peril starts next door.
Okay. This is a very interesting game. It needs a lot of work, but I'll keep my eye on it. I'm not gonna wish list it, but I will keep my eye on it just in case it gets a lot of just in case it gets a lot of work. So anywho, oops, wrong thing. There we go. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now. Thank you everybody for being here. You guys are awesome. Let me say, so Twitch, go ahead and hang back. We will raid out, and I'm just gonna say goodnight to TikTok real quick. Thank you, TikTok, for being here. You guys are awesome. You guys, I truly appreciate your support. I plan on streaming tomorrow, so should see me around, but you know, who knows what happens. You guys take care of yourself. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye. How am I doing today? I'm doing all right, Gojo. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and raid out Twitch. Let's see if we got anybody playing anything fun. We got more people playing Steam Next Fest. And just looking. Okay. Think go for this person. All right. We're going to raid out to somebody else that's also doing Steam Next Fest stuff, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I've never rated this person, so please be nice to them, okay? I know you guys will, but I just got to say that anyway. You guys, thank you so much for being here and putting up with my tired self. I hope you guys enjoyed the games that I played. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find some more cool Next Fest games. And we'll play, hopefully play some more tomorrow, unless, you know, friends want to play something, which may be the case, but we'll see. In any case, please take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you later. All right?